All right. Think we're getting live here. Just testing some stuff out on Instagram, making sure that's working as well. Okay, cool. We are ready to roll. We'll let a couple people hop on here and then we'll get started. Got a lot of fun and awesome stuff to share with you all here today. Got a couple people hopping on here right now. Live now. Answering some questions. So just as a quick reminder, we do this live free training every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central. It will be live inside the Builders of Authority group, as well as my personal Facebook page. Today, we're also going live on LinkedIn. We're also going live on my YouTube channel, and we're going live on Instagram. So going in multiple different places. Looks like we got some people hopping on in all different areas, which is awesome. Thanks for doing this one. Audio is good. Live, 1 weekly live check. Awesome. Appreciate you all tuning in today. This week as well, in addition to those lives on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central, we are going to start doing guest interviews of people inside our BOA community. So especially our BOA paid mastermind members, as well as those that can provide value within our community. So we have our first one this Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Time. That's kind of the time I think we're going to start rocking with those. We will have some on Wednesday and some on Friday just due to conflicts and things like that. But if you believe that you can provide value to our audience, then feel free to shoot me a message. We can figure out, again, if it's going to be a good fit. We'll have a conversation about it. But essentially, those are going to be like 30 to 45-minute interview style podcast type things that we're going to do all over the internet. So it'll be going live over all my channels. This first one is going to be on Thursday with Jose Bolaños. So super excited about that. Again, first come, first serve is going to be to our Builders of Authority members. Right now, we do have a offer going for our Builders of Authority community. So you can join right now at 50% off for the next 5 available people. I think actually one person already took advantage of that. The link is in the comments of this video. Or of this description of the video. You can go to buildauthority.co, order form -mastermind, or send me a message. Right now, it's $250 a month or $2,500 for the year, and you get 2 free months when paying for the year in full. So it's an incredible opportunity. I'll go over real quick what's all included because it's been a while since I really talked about our community, but we're really looking to grow it and have had some significant results of people that are in our community. If you're watching this video and you're in our Builders of Authority mastermind group or a one-to-one coaching program, drop your feedback. Let's get some more people involved in the group. You get a 30-minute onboarding call with Lorna, who is my executive assistant. She'll walk you through all the different resources you have available, as well as just different access stuff. Make sure that you get all the information that you need for your membership. You do get access to our personal branding course. So this is sold at over $1,000 that you get access to this course as a BOA member of our mastermind. You also get access to our private Facebook group. Somebody wrote in, one of the best decisions of my life. Appreciate that. Love it. Then we have 2 weekly calls every single week at 2 p.m. Central on Monday and Wednesday. Monday, which was yesterday, is office hour style calls. You come with your questions, then we will then give you the answers. It's not just me, it's the rest of the community, and it is a really amazing thing. Do it, Adam's great, but honestly, the whole group really helps push me and hold me accountable to things I want and need to be add value to my community. Thank you so much. You're doing the work as well. And then on Wednesday, we do a specific training. So what we actually do is we take these Tuesday trainings and then we go deeper into workshopping exactly what we're going to be talking about today. So that way you get more value and not just the high level stuff. What I'm teaching you all on Tuesdays and what you can go figure out from YouTube University or anybody else that's doing there, the information is free. A lot of us are learning from other people. I'm learning from people. People are learning from me and going and training their communities. A lot of it is regurgitated content. Fine, great. Information is free. Implementation is the fee. And this is super, super freaking affordable for what you're getting. You get a recording of all past calls as well as any future calls. And then you actually get 2 30-minute meetings with Lorna, who's my executive assistant, per month. So Lorna is helping people out by designing like their Canva profiles or their Canva accounts for personal branding or their business. She's helping like onboard other executive assistants or virtual assistants or just anybody in your company. She's helping you build out a social media content calendar and strategy. You get all of this stuff for $250 a month right now, or $2,500 for the year. Again, just for the next 4 people, I believe somebody purchased it right before this call. So if you're interested and want to take advantage of this special offer, act now before we again increase pricing up to $500 a month or $5,000 for the year. Send me a message if you all have any questions as well. So again, last thing before we get into everything, don't forget about BOA Live, Builders of Authority Live. That's happening on Wednesday, June 26th here in St. Louis. I know I did a live about it last Tuesday. I know I've talked about it quite a bit on social media. Going to continue to do that. Right now, throughout the month of April, we have a pre-sale going on. Pre-sale is driving more ticket sales than we had previously. We also had 2 sponsors sign up this week. We're going to be announcing sponsors and speakers starting this afternoon. So once we start doing that, tickets are going to continue to sell. We are limited on the VIP tickets of what we can actually sell. The VIP was where people were getting the most exponential growth and impact out of that event. Ask people that went to the event. I'm more than happy to connect you with people that went to the event and upgraded to VIP. VIP is going to be $795. Right now it's $595. VIP gets you the entire day of and an all-inclusive ticket to the Cardinals game that night with other VIP members, speakers, and sponsors. That's where a lot of the magic happens. If you want a general admission ticket, which gets you the entire main event from doors open at 8 to 9 networking, event 9 to 4, that's $195 right now, and it will be $295 come May 1st. Pricing will increase. So if you're on the fence, I know I'm getting a bunch of messages, things like that. When we're getting ticket sales, which is great. Take advantage of that now before pricing starts to go back up. All right. Thank you for allowing me to do some promotions right there. Again, this is free training that I spend a lot of time and energy on doing, and the real growth happens at our events. The real growth happens in our mastermind. So I don't mean to come on here and sell or pitch or anything like that. I come here to provide value, and by doing so, I'm able to do more of it when we have more people join our events and in our community. So we're going to dive in a little bit into today's training. So the next 15 or so minutes, most likely, is we are going to spend time going through the ins and outs of scripting your videos, both short and long form content. If you have questions, I've been getting a bunch of DMs about the live trainings I've done. I'm getting comments after of people that I know were watching the training in real time. And I understand questions come up, but this is your time for us to workshop this stuff together. You get access to me one-on-one in this group setting right here. So if you have questions, feel free to ask them now. Don't hold back. Make sure we get those things answered here right now. So the first thing that I want to touch on is, I know a lot of us visionaries that are out there, a lot of us that have made videos, love to fly by the seat of their pants, myself included. Up until recently, for as long as I can remember, I would literally get on camera, go on camera, deliver the video, not follow a script, and the end-to-end production of the video would look great. Like, it would sound totally fine as well. There wouldn't be issues. I would go, obviously I speak at events. People would ask me to do customer like testimonial videos or whatever. Like, I was just getting interviewed a lot. I've been getting interviewed a lot since really college for a variety of different aspects. And they'd be like, wow, you can do this in one take. without us having to do 4 and 5 takes. Like most people are having to do all these different takes. And while that's great, it's not always eyeing up or going apples to apples with what the algorithms are looking for. So my thought process about scripting videos and the impact that it's had for me specifically and for these different platforms has really shifted over the last 2 months. So I started working with a YouTube coach whose name is Adrian Boycell. So if you guys are not connected with Adrian, go connect with Adrian. One of the brightest freaking minds that I've ever seen in this space. He's worked with some of the biggest names and brands that are out there. But Adrian is who we are working with like side by side on YouTube right now. I won a giveaway that he was doing. I know I mentioned that on past videos, but essentially we're going back and forth. And what used to be like, hey, and I'll go over the script that I used today. So as I mentioned on Facebook earlier today, like I've spent this entire day shooting videos, honestly, for the next month. YouTube, Reels, stuff for our courses, like a ton of different stuff. And what used to be is like, hey, you can like the title of one of the videos today was like 3 things most digital marketing agencies won't tell you about SEO. I would just make that video. I would know the 3 things that I'm talking about, but I would literally make the video and it would be done in like 3 to 5 minutes, which is fine. The video was good. It got the information, but the problem was I was only getting eyeballs from all of you that have already supported me, from the 400 plus subscribers that I have on YouTube. And even the people that were subscribed to me on YouTube weren't getting a lot of eyeballs on my stuff because they weren't even seeing it because it wasn't good enough for the algorithm. Now, Adrian and his team are doing the thumbnails. They're writing the titles. They're doing all the SEO stuff with TubeBuddy on the background. But I'm now taking my videos from what used to just be a show up and throw up mentality to an actual script with density and thought process behind it, as well as combining it with his stuff. But we've now taken the videos from 3 to 5 minutes to 8 to 10. So the longer the video, a lot of times on YouTube, like YouTube for their users, and users treat YouTube very similar to like a Netflix series, right? So you finish one episode and it goes to the next episode on Netflix. Or you finish a show and it says like, hey, you watched X, Y, and Z. We recommend you watch X, Y, and Z next. That's how YouTube works. And so I started to take some of that methodology and implement something similar for Reels. So I'm kind of going through a similar course structure on the Reels right now, but I've kind of simplified it on the Reels stuff because Reels are going to be like 60 to 90 seconds. So it's not as easy to just like cut that stuff down. And I'll be honest with you, what I had been doing a lot for my Reels is I would go launch my podcast every single Thursday. I would be a guest on a lot of people's podcasts. I would take this training that I'm doing every single Tuesday. I would take the trainings from inside our Builders of Authority community, and then I would upload it to an AI tool like Opus or Video AI, and I would just cut up those Reels. I would take my YouTube videos and I would cut up those Reels. Those are fine for content fillers. But I'll show you how drastically things have changed because now I'm getting super, super structured. Like I'm going to do this reel about this and fit it into that window versus taking a 10-minute YouTube video and trying to cut up a bunch of clips. Now we're still doing that a couple of times a week, but we are getting more structured and dialed in on like, we are making this reel to make this real, right? So for Reels specifically, I have 3 key things that I'm focused on: hook, story or stories, depending upon how short or long the story is, and then a call to action. Simple and easy. 3 things. And I'll show you, I'll share my screen here right now. Okay. So that way you all can see it. And it's something as simple and easy that I have up on my iPad, which my iPad is literally right in front of me. I'm staring at it right now. You all can't even see it. So if you're shooting in front of a phone, a camera, like whatever, you can easily place this to where it's like simple and easy for you to see it. But what I have here is the title and the hook. It's not 100% true that SEO is needed forever. Now, when I launch this video tomorrow, like that usually is going to hook people in, right? And I'm going to connect the story there by telling people about my auto glass repair company that we did SEO from 2019 to the end of 2021 very, very heavily. And over the last 3 years, we've mainly relied on high quality and quantity Google Business Profile reviews at 310, 4.9 star rating. And now just getting back into more heavy technical on-site, off-site SEO, outreach, things like that, because we're adding service areas in and more services. So I'm going to talk about that story to connect people. And then the call to action is hey, come join our free Builders of Authority community. Because if you do things right, you may never need to pay a bunch of money to a digital marketing agency in order to get the results that you're looking for. But you do have to take advantage of free organic social media content and your personal brand in order to get there. So again, the difference was I would take a larger video, cut up a bunch of stuff, hope that I could find 30 to 90 seconds that made sense in a row and use it. Or I would have the hook and just the hook. Or I would tell a story and just the story. Or I would push a call to action and just have a call to action. So that's how all of this stuff has transformed, specifically with Reels. So again, even if you are making Reels 30 to 90 seconds, script these things out so you have a plan. Script them out so you have a plan. Now, let me go back to YouTube videos now, because YouTube videos are going to be a completely different beast compared to all these other things. Oops. All right. So you'll see like this is a 10-minute video that I did earlier today. So with YouTube videos, we have our intro, we have our tease, we have our content hook 1, we have an engagement break, we have content hook number 2, engagement break again, content hook number 3, and call to action. So it's a much more in-depth plan and script because we're doing it for longer periods of time, right? And again, if you're watching this video, make sure to ask questions in the comments. I'm trying to check the different platforms where everybody's at. Again, trying to figure out if anybody has any questions, things like that. So I'm doing my best. But again, make sure to drop your questions in if you have anything, so that way we can get to them. Let me see here. It doesn't look like. Let me see. I want to make sure that I'm actually sharing the right one. If it wasn't. All right. Okay. So hopefully you can see this now, but this is the outline again that we're using for a YouTube video. So we have intro, we have teaser, we have content hook 1, an engagement break, content hook 2, engagement break, content hook 3, call to action. We're looking for about 8 to 10 minutes if possible. And we like to use case study storytelling, building the authority, all the stuff that we talk about in Builders of Authority with personal branding. So that way you're looked at as the industry expert. Appreciate it, Jim. Hope all is well, man. Et cetera, et cetera. So with this, and I'll just walk you through again, like this specific video as an example. But my intro here is most digital marketing agencies focus on acquiring new clients more than they focus on what is best for you as a contracting company or home service business. There are no guarantees with digital marketing, which makes the risk almost always on your end and not there. The tease here, so the intro is like the bang. The tease is, okay, how do we get them to watch this video? As a result, they usually don't tell you the truth about services like SEO. If you want to learn about the 3 things that digital marketing agencies aren't telling you about SEO, then make sure to watch this entire video. So I've told them, hey, I'm going to tell you what you need to know and that you aren't being told if you watch this entire video. The way that I used to create something like this, I would just get into like, hi, my name's Adam McChesney. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube video. If you haven't clicked the subscribe button, if you can leave a comment, if you can like this video, if you can share this, I was talking about me. With all of this stuff is you have to make it about them. They are the ones watching the video, not you. This is not for you, it's for them. So I've had to completely reverse engineer my thought process and the way in which I am regurgitating this content through video that I'm likely also talking about in absolute regular content form. We got a question here. Hey, Adam, here's a question. What is your advice to creators that are worried about being too repetitive when putting out so much content? So I would have to understand and know more to that story, meaning so much content is relative to the person that is saying so much content. What might be so much content to you is different than me and different to anybody else. I do 2 posts a day on Facebook, 1 post a day on other platforms, usually 1 reel a day and 1 live a week, 1 YouTube video, 1 podcast. I will tell you, the more and more that I'm having conversations with people, the more and more they've very quickly, since I launched Builders of Authority, for example, since November, know my brand. Know Builders of Authority, know BOA Live, know the different mastermind, know the different community, etc. Because I'm not hammering them over the head with it, but I'm providing value. If you're just selling, then it is going to get repetitive very, very quickly. But if you're providing value, backing it up, and consistently showing up and not selling, I only use about 10 to 20% of my content having anything to do with what it is I actually sell, but I never am actively, with most of my posts, like on the live here, I had an opportunity to promote our stuff. I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to make an offer with every single post I do, if that makes sense. Good question, though. So content hook number 1 is I've been doing SEO since 2018. I've worked on hundreds of websites providing SEO on sites that I both own and done for clients. Most agencies will tell you that you have to do SEO always and forever. While this isn't 100% false, it's also not 100% true. So again, I tell the story of my auto glass company of like, hey, we did SEO very heavy for 3 years on the first page of Google, generating hundreds and hundreds, 800, 900 leads per month. Now we're over 1,000. Didn't do SEO heavily for the last 3 years. Really just relied on Google Business Profile reviews, quality and quantity. That is a perfect case study and example of massive success in a business on the backing of SEO. This was not a company until we launched SEO and the website with it. Now we're going back and doing more of it. So if an agency is telling you X, Y, and Z, again, this is me just talking out loud. If they're telling you that, it's likely a sales tactic. It's likely a fear tactic. So an engagement break, have you ever been told by a marketing agency that you'd have to do SEO forever? Now they're like, yeah, somebody likely told me that. So content hook number 2, because again, this is going back to 3 things that digital marketing agencies aren't telling you about SEO. There's likely 1 or multiple parts of the SEO process that's being outsourced, and that's okay. So just know this, it's okay that it's happening, but you should know that if you're paying a company for SEO stuff. Here's some of the things, and I explain a little bit about where you can figure these things out, what questions you should ask, etc. Engagement break number 2 is, if you're getting value from this, be sure to hit the like button, unsubscribe. So as you'll notice, I went from doing this part at the beginning of my videos in losing engagement and all those things to doing it at the back end now. Content hook number 3 is a Google Business Profile with a lot of high quality and quantity reviews can really carry the weight in local SEO versus website SEO. A lot of digital marketing agencies will basically piggyback and whatever you want to call it, jump on the shoulders of a really, really high quality quantity and review Google Business Profile situation. They'll start to do SEO and they'll be like, oh, we're getting you all these phone calls, when it's like you were getting all those phone calls already because the Google Business Profile was so good. So I then use some statistics around that. And then I drive it home with, hey, if you are this and want help with personal branding and need our help, first step is joining our free community. And then I close it up with the call to action. So that is the entire process, from both short form stuff with Reels to longer form YouTube video content, how you can go from just putting out content to getting really, really good. Again, I've spent the entire day today creating videos, long form, short form, course stuff, everything in between for the next month. So that way I'm not setting up all this equipment and getting the perfect angles and doing all of this stuff multiple times a week, weekly, etc. But I'm so dialed in and focused. I haven't had to worry about a whole heck of a lot outside of being super, super intentionally focused on this today. So if you have any questions on this, on the Builders of Authority offer, on BOA Live, all that stuff, feel free to shoot me a message, drop a comment below. More than happy to answer any questions that you all have. I hope this training today was helpful. I hope you got some value from it. I hope you just took one or two bits and pieces of like, hey, here's how I can go take what I learned and go implement it to make my content better. Appreciate you all. Have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you on Thursday, actually, for the live interview with Jose. Again, if you're interested in being on one of those lives, I think we're booked out all the way through mid-June already. The way you get on there sooner is by being a BOA member. It will help grow your brand and business for sure. But feel free to shoot me a message. Let's have a conversation, see if it makes sense. Appreciate it, Caleb. You as well, man. Appreciate you. All right. I'll see y'all on Thursday. Take care.